Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Tactical Fortitude. This is it. It's amazing. I'm so pumped for today. I've got Victor and Aaron today. I'd like to firstly welcome in Edward Walker as a new member. So Nick Donnellan, I'm going to put you at number 2. Carol, I'm going to put you at number 3. So we've got a new member. So that's fantastic. I'm so excited for everybody to be in here. We're going to get this show underway today. Obviously, we're in international break. Wales did get up 1-0 and Kiefer Moore did score in the 24th minute. It was awesome. So let's get into the show. I'm going to bring in Victor because Aaron is apparently doing dad stuff, but he's on his way. And here we are.
Hello everyone.
How excited are you, Victor?
Very excited. We are building such a beautiful team.
Excellent. Well, okay, so today, obviously, we're on an international break. We got our first win. We beat Millwall 2-0. What a great result. What do you think of that game quickly?
Really good game. We played the way I expect Wrexham to play, being strategic, knowing when to spend the energy, when to save the energy, knowing the best moments to attack, the best moments to hold. Yeah, we did a really good match. They finished it a lot, but the first clear chance was after Ward injury. So we can see how good we did.
Yeah, and so unlucky for him because he basically had nothing to do up until that point in the game. He was really not doing much. He didn't have to. We were good.
Yeah.
So terrible news for him. But I guess so. Let's get into it. What are you gonna jump into for us today?
Okay, so we'll talk about the tactics breakdown of this match against Millwall next week, so we can be fresh for the next round.
Love it.
And as we had this amazing transfer window, let's talk about it. Let's analyze what the players in our squad can offer, where they can play, what Phil Parkinson and all the staff, what they have in hand to make history again.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love that. I love setting it up. Let's get into it. What do you got for us?
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys? I think that you need to
I can bring that up for you if you like.
Yeah, please.
Yep, okay, here it is.
Nice. Okay, so let's go through our full squad list. There's a first 11, but it's just to show we'll beat this.
Is this Victor's first 11?
In the moment, for the next match, maybe.
Okay.
We can talk about this. If Windows recover and Cabore and Schiff are ready to start, yeah, this would be my first 11 for the next match.
I'm excited.
Yeah. But, well, the idea is to go through the whole squad to see our depth, to talk about the options that we have. But let's start quickly talking about how we're playing right now. Not exactly right now because Windows is not available. Let's put Broadhead here. Oh, no, I'll pick Windows because it doesn't change. It's the same rule. Okay. It depends on the player who comes in.
So a $7.5 million player is not out there. Let's go.
Yeah. At first, no, but I'm glad that he'll fight for his space.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so this moment is when we have the ball, trying to put an average position. We're building with our 3 defenders. So our first defender, our central defender, the idea is to be a guy who has a good vision, a good pass range. He'll probably have the best, not the best, but he probably will be the player who will have the more opportunities to find a long pass. Sometimes can find a through pass. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's Cody. Our two wide central backs, our two wide defenders, they they also contribute a lot in the build up, and when the play develops in his side, they are free to go up to find a cross or even to finish. We can remember clear of here
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah,
So I've just realised you haven't put Hyam on there.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying I just realised it. Yeah, like Hyam would play.
I think that I got too excited about Kabore.
Fair enough. So yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about Hyam later. We'll get into all the players that we've signed later. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So when we have the ball, the idea we usually build using more the left side. So our right winger usually is the most advanced player. Sometimes you have this, but we have this design 2-3+2 in the first phase when we have the
Sorry.
ball.
Sorry. Time out. Time.
Oh, okay.
And look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I just show up when I want to, you know.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It happens.
Sorry, Victor. You can play on. Play on.
Nice. And then these two players. Let me put the squad from the last matches. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Then these two players, they offer this passing. They offer themselves as passing options, and then we have these five players more advanced, always switching positions, sometimes doing this, approaching to receive the ball, and coordinating to attack the space with the wingers. Okay. Without the ball, we are defending in this situation in a 5-3-1-1, sometimes 5-3-2, with a lot of dynamics. Okay. So let's look at the squad and start to build our options. Let me take everyone off the pitch. Then we can talk about their skills and what they offer to the team. Okay, so in the goal, at the moment we have Okonko. Unfortunately, Ward got a bad injury, so he'll be out for a while. We have Okonko as the first option, Burton as the second option, and the new guy, the young Reuben Egan. This is how we say his name. I don't know.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, okay. As this backup. Don't have too much to say about them. None of them is, I don't know about Reuben, but Okonko and Burton are not really great with the ball. They are better when they are stopping shots, especially Okonko. But yeah, technically, as a goalkeeper, he's really great. Needs to develop better when he has the ball, his passing skills. And well, we have the defenders. Uh, Cody is our main option as a central defender, and we have Dan Scar as a backup here in this position. I talk about what he offers. Um, great. Both players are really good when defending the last ball, right? Protecting the box. Both players are really great in this situation. You guys can make any comments about them.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to
Well,
bring?
we don't get to speak about O'Connell anymore. He's gone.
Yeah.
So
Can't.
Yeah,
Parky's made his decision.
yeah,
Yeah. You know, I wonder if that was, um, I wonder if he knew that he wasn't going to get to play much, and so he wanted to go. You know what I mean? And
Possibly,
maybe Scar was happy to sit.
Yep, maybe.
Being interesting, it's interesting. But either way, like I said this last week, I was a coin flip for either one of them anyway. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's like whichever one stayed, that's fine. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, I wouldn't have expected either one of them to make the team sheet very often.
And
You
to
know
be
what I mean?
and to be fair on the Scar O'Connell argument, I really played that up with Aaron. I think we both like both of them, but I was slightly Scar, and I think Aaron was slightly O'Connell. But like you say, flip of a coin.
My thing with O'Connell was it was obvious why, to me, it was obvious why Parkey picked him all the time. You know what I mean? Like he wanted that player that would charge forward a little more often. And Scar didn't do that. He did it those last 3 games or whatever it was when he came in, he started doing that. But when he played earlier in the season, he wasn't doing that. And you could tell that Parkey wasn't happy with it.
Actually, Aaron, now that you say that, I think because of the players we've got in now, i.e. Kabore, Doyle, I think Scar's not going to really be required to do that.
He won't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and finishing the defensive line. At the moment, those are my picks. Clearth on the right. I think that he's developing well. He's got a great potential. Ryan obviously is a more experienced player, a regular player, being available in most of the matches in the last seasons. But I think that at this moment, Clearth is in a good situation. It's worth to keep him. What do you guys think?
Well, yeah, Aaron, you go. I got some interesting points on this one.
It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I don't know.
For me, Hyam will be straight in. He has played 50 games straight championship. That doesn't mean that I'm anti-Max. I just think both Max and Brunt are going to learn behind these guys and get opportunities to play from time to time. But I think it's going to be Doyle, Cody, and Hyam next week.
And this is interesting because obviously I watched only few plays involving Hyam. I went through some extended highlights of his last 10 matches, but it's difficult because they don't show in the highlights when the defender goes well, only when he fails. So it's difficult to evaluate.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, I would pick Clearth because he has the energy. He's getting fit to this level, but because of how he attacks, how he behaves when we have the ball, I think look like that he's better with this than Hyam.
Okay, so I want to throw a stat out to you guys.
Yeah.
Ken, you may have been. I don't remember if you were on still when this got brought up or not, but Mark, the Southampton fan, was on with us during Monday's show, and
I wasn't there for that show.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you were still on or not. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. So Dominic Hyam, if you go to his stats for last season in the championship, he played every minute of every game last season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go down to let's see if I can find it. Where is it at? Jeez. Let's see. Crap. Where's it at? It's not on this one, but it was balls. I don't have it on FOTMob. It must have been like something else. Balls given away. Basically, how many times he gave the ball away?
Yep.
2, the entire season.
Twice. Wow.
Twice the entire season he gave the ball away.
He has great numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that one right there was like, whoa, that's that was wild. Yeah, there it is. Morgan just hit it. Yeah, dispossessed twice in over 4,000 minutes. Yeah.
I saw some comments, some interesting ones about this, and about Chef. Did you guys decide it? It's Chief, Ben
It
Chief,
seemed like I was hearing sheaf.
Yeah,
Chief. Yeah,
I'm
Sheaf
going.
is what I've heard.
Chief. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, and Elizabeth said that maybe that's also my pick. I think that probably. Well, actually, you don't know. You don't know because Phil, they hired the player on Friday and he's playing on Saturday. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
he's already
give
playing
a clear this next match. At least this next match, I would give clear a chance. And but obviously, some people said that even Cody can lose his place to Ryan. Well, the thing is that we have a great coverage in our defensive line. Brunt can also play here. We have a lot of great combinations to defend our precious goal. Okay. So talking about the two midfielders, one is more a CDM, the other is kind of number 8, but sometimes is a number 6. We were playing with, where are them? James and Dobson, like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Schiff is a starter. If he is in condition, he's a starter. He brings what James should have to be an excellent player. I think that Schiff has. He thinks faster. He's more dynamic. So yeah, James is great, but Schiff is a starter for me. Do you guys agree? You know.
Yeah. I think Chiefs. I think Chiefs right in.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised to see Parky either start Sheaf or if we've got a game wrapped up, bring Sheaf on and not playing for a full 90 early on. He has been prone to injury. So hopefully we don't have those issues. And he is amazing. So, I think he's this player that could be, with him controlling from that position where Matty James has been playing, that could totally just change the dynamic of our team and how much more threatening we are. You look at guys like Cody, who his ability to make a pass through and his vision, Sheaf is exactly like that.
Yeah. And then we have these options. I put James here because these two guys who stay more deep, they can combine between all them. We can have Thomason and Dobson. We can have Thomason and James, Schiff and James, Schiff and Dobson. Every kind of combination would be great because all of them can play as a holding midfielder and as this kind of box to box. So we have this depth right now. James was playing more as a CDM, but he knows how to play in this position. And then we have this third man in the middle who usually stays more advanced, and when we have the ball, sometimes pairing with the striker who retreats more, who drops more. And then we have O'Brien and Elliot Lee to cover this position. O'Brien is the starter. Lee, we saw him play in this position for the whole last season, so we are used to how he plays. And then we have Rathbone that can play here and here, but he's not available right now. So let's keep him in our hearts and wait for him to return. Any comments about this midfield?
Yeah.
No, that looks about right.
Yeah. I love the way our midfield has been built out now. And, Parky's speaking very highly of Thomason. So I will not be surprised when we see him play that he then becomes a really serious part of our squad. And yeah, and Carolyn HR has made a very good point. I would bring Ashfield in with Leon O'Brien there as well, our under 21, because I think Ashfield has already shown that he's probably just got the slight nod over Elliot Lee at the moment in terms of getting on the pitch. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean he'll squeeze in there. It's going to be interesting to see how Parky gets his best players on the pitch.
Yeah.
If he sticks to the
Rotation,
5-3, or the 5-3-1-1, or if he tries a box midfield, because there's an argument that our best 11 includes
Is with
3
a
attackers.
box,
As a box midfield. And where does that leave everybody else that'll be to me, I think our best midfield is probably Sheaf and O'Brien as a pair in front of the back line, and then Windass and Broadhead as 2 10s off of Moore. But it'll be interesting. But I mean, so far he's mostly stuck to the 3 in the midfield, so it just depends on whether he's willing to make that change. We saw it in the preseason, so it's definitely been on his mind at least. You know what I mean? He's thought about it.
Yeah.
That attack with Kakache on the left and Kabore on the right. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. About this attacking 3 that includes our more advanced midfielder, we can perfectly have this situation as starters, like Broadhead, Windass, and Moore, and then O'Brien goes to the bench, or he can pair with Schiff.
Pairs with Schiff.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick my best 2, that's probably the best 2.
Yeah. I don't like the way he defends. I like the way he tackles. I don't like the way he defends.
Fair.
But he's an amazing player. He can get forgot the word, but he can fit this.
Well, he played in a 2 most of the season. Last season, he played in a 2, in a 4-2-3-1 at Swansea last season, and was excellent. He was excellent.
And he played as both as a number 8 and as a number 10. So he is used to. Yeah, he knows the pitch.
Yeah, he can play all around in the midfield. So I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't be against seeing a midfield that looked like, let's say, Sheaf and Dobson, or even Sheaf and James as the holders, and then O'Brien and whoever's healthy playing off of Moore this week, or QPR against QPR. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Yeah, whether Broadhead's back ready, or I think Windass will probably still. I don't know if he'll be quite ready.
I don't like James with Sheaf. I prefer someone with a little bit more speed. I'd prefer Dobbo. That's me. If I'm
either way, I could. I tell you what, James actually played really well at the weekend. So I'd be okay with either one of them. And I'll tell you what, he's got a killer pass on him that absolutely he just slices defenses open sometimes. I know he's not quite as fast as everybody, but there's times where his quality really shows.
Yeah.
And if you have a guy with a motor, and that's what I've been hearing about Sheaf, is he's got a motor on him too. Like he will go and run and do all the hard work. And so if you got that next to James, I think that helps a lot.
Plus, outside them, you got Kakache and especially Kabore. Kabore apparently is a cheater. Like he's
have you watched some of Kabore's stuff? Have you watched his stuff? He's freaky fast.
Yeah. He is my starter. I would say he's my starter.
Absolutely.
And he can play in both wings. He can.
Has he played on the left?
Naturally, he can naturally play on the left and on the right.
He's even played in the middle.
Yeah, he can even play here.
He was
Yeah.
out of position and struggling defensively in the middle, but he could play it. So he's young and he's learning. But I mean, you're not in the Man City squad if you haven't got some serious talent.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And he
especially, and
play
here's the other
all,
thing too. At 24, a 24-year-old Man City's getting rid of that guy if they don't think he can play.
yeah.
The fact that they are holding on to him still at 24 says a lot.
Yeah.
Says a lot.
And in some matches that we need to attack more because Kakache is not so offensive, and McLean, well, is becoming slow. We can even have this. We need to be more offensive. We can have both wingers, both wing backs playing as wingers. So because we usually do this, we have Kakashi here more in the middle and Longman more advanced. That would be Kabori. We have the option to do this in both sides, as we did in some cup matches last season. We had this Longman and Barnett when we needed to attack more. So yeah, that. And talking about these players who can play more than one position, we also all these players in the front. I said that these players can play together, like can be this any combination, but that's the same for these guys in the front. Broadhead can play here, he can play here also. The same for Windes. O'Brien and Nashfield can play here on the right. They did last season. So someone said in the chat that Park will look at the opposition team and will pick his team based on that of course. Yeah, that's my. I think that we can see some different starting 11s depending on the situation, because now we had this depth. We had a lot of tactical options, a lot of player with different skills, different traits. So
Yes.
if you want to have an target man, you play with Moore and Windes. If you want two guys who can attack the last line more, and you can play with O'Brien here in the center and those two guys here, or even if we need to be more offensive, we can do this. So we have a lot of great options right now. The team just need to get in their chemistry, and we can see the magic happens. I'm excited for this season.
I can tell you're excited. I do know you have an appointment you have to do today, don't you, Victor? Is there anything else you want to cover off before you go?
No, I wanted to say about all these situations, all these options that we have. Yeah, nothing more to say. Okay. Just let you guys have the fun.
How excited are you?
I can't wait to start my Football Manager run tomorrow. I worked the whole day today. I'll keep working. I'll teach a class right now. Then I will have the Brazilian national team. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow, do my stuff, and play for the whole day. That's how excited I am. I just to see these guys performing, even if it's virtual.
Well, we've only got 9 days till our next game. It's literally only just over a week away, people. It goes quickly. Yeah. So very exciting. Well, I mean, Victor, that was amazing. I really appreciate your thoughts on what you think of the team. And I guess we haven't had to do any footy tips this week. So, but anyway, just so everybody knows, there will be a show next week, and all the scores get reset to 0, and you get to pick your tipster for the year. So if you think Victor's going to come into form and be the guy you want to select to win the footy tipping competition, make sure that you pick him, because he's up against some pretty mediocre competition in Aaron and myself, and especially Harry all over. Yeah.
Mediocre as it gets.
So yeah, well, Victor, thanks so much, mate. I know it's a bit of an odd show today, but we'll be back into a normal routine probably after this week. So thanks so much for doing this today.
Thank you, guys.
See you, buddy.
It was great to be here.
We'll
See you.
See you later.
Bye bye.
We'll see you
Have a
next.
great
We'll
show.
see you next week.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Well, mate, what did you think of that? I mean,
Yeah.
interesting.
Love
yeah.
it.
Love it. So, I mean, now, what did you want to do? Do you want to go through the squad as well?
Whatever. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
I've done a sheet up here.
Okay.
Which has on the left, you can actually see the 3 injured players, Ward, Rathbone, and Cannon.
Yep.
So I've left them to the side. Obviously, this is taking us through till January. This is our 24 named players. Parky has done what Parky does, and he has kept a spot free. So that may be for Rathbone if he gets back from injury before January and wants to get on the pitch. But other than that, I actually don't think he's going to do anything beside that. Do you think he's going to do anything beside that with that extra spot?
No, I think it's there for safety.
Yep.
Just in case we have like a major injury bug hits and he needs to get somebody in. But my guess would be as soon as Rathbone gets healthy, he gets that spot.
Yeah.
I don't know how far out Rathbone is. I know there's been some people say a month, some people says 3. You hear all these different rumors. We've not heard anything official from the club. So assuming Rathbone gets healthy before January, I think he ends up with that spot because I feel like he would end up on the team sheet.
I agree.
Ahead of a few people. So I would be, I think it's probably his spot unless we get into a big, we get in a bind and we need to bring somebody in, then we can get somebody.
I'm going to throw out my first bombshell for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that Denny Ward got injured saved Elliot Lee.
Yeah, probably.
Because that would have been an extra position.
It's him or Dan Scar.
Yep.
I think those were the 2 that were.
Yeah. Or Parky would have gone the full 25 and kept Lee.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know.
It's not very Parky like, though, is it?
No, it's not.
So I put all the players here in their relative positions. Now obviously blue is under 21. Yellow is keepers, and red, obviously all the red and the yellow are the 24 squad list. I left a gap on the left there between Kakache and McLean because on the right with Kabore, Barnett, and Longman, I put Longman at the back, not because he was the worst of the 3, but because I thought he could switch across to the other side as well and play with the guy behind Kakache. I know that Victor was putting Kabore over on that other side.
Could do that too.
Kabore could do that too. I guess I think Parky would probably keep Kabore in his most comfortable position though, knowing that Longman. Yeah, he's seen Longman on both sides.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it depends on the situation too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. What are we doing? And he's got those 5, and he'll be able to. He's gonna make a decision. I think Kabore goes right in though. With that, we know that his speed is elite, and he's pretty good he's good on the ball too. It's not like he's a bad footballer. He's really good. Like I said, to be 24 years old and still be, having, Man City still holding on to you, that says something. That's not. Usually by then, you're almost getting to a point where you could be losing value.
Yes.
Because when you're younger, you've still got more potential. So when you get to that age, there's a potentially you could lose value. And so most teams would have sold him on by now. The fact they're holding on to him, it tells me that they think there's still a player, there's still more to come from him, and that he's got the potential to be a very big player. And here's the thing, look at the teams that brought him in. I know he didn't play a ton. I'm going to look these up, so I want to make sure I get them right. But so he's played. So he was at Werder Bremen last season, Now, he only played 9 games, but that's a Bundesliga team. That's the German Premier. That's top German.
Yeah.
And that league is maybe not quite as good as the Premier League, but it's a higher level than the Championship. It's a very high level league.
Yes.
You get. I mean, you get European champions out of that league a lot. You know what I mean? I'm blanking right now. Bayern Munich. I mean, they win the Champions League. Seems like every other year or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a high level league, and the fact that he was in a squad in that league and they were using him and they brought him in on loan tells me that okay, they think there's something there. Before that, he was at Benfica. Benfica is not a small team. Benfica, they're in the Champions League year in and year out, and they're a dangerous team. Now, they don't usually win it, but they're in it. You know what I mean? They're around it. They're in and around. This is a high-level team. So they brought him in and thought he might be able to do something for them.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're seeing him and saying, okay, yeah, it's worth the punt, bring him in, and they played him in 7 matches. You know what I mean? It's not like they brought him in and he's never played. I mean, they actually put him on the pitch. You know what I mean? Like, he's a high-level player. And before that, he played for Luton in the Premier League. He played 26 matches in the Premier League and got 2 assists. That's high-level stuff. I know Luton was not that good that season, but I mean, he was playing against Premier League players. I mean, it's the highest level. That's as high as it gets. I mean, it was, and then before that, it's Marseille and Troyes. I mean, these teams he's played for are high-level teams.
Yeah.
To me, he might be the signing of the season. I mean, he could be a game changer for us.
You know what the disappointing part about that is, Aaron? If he's so damn good,
I know, and it will. Yeah, sure. I'm no doubt. Yeah, you know it.
So Elizabeth asked me there. So if you put your starting 11 up, Ken, who's on the bench? So here we go, Aaron. I've gone. This is at the moment with Windass. I'm unsure about whether he's back or not. I think Broadhead will be good to go out of the break. So that would be my starting 11 against QPR.
Okay,
now,
I think
you change any of those?
Yep, I think you take Scar off.
Oh no, just starting 11. Just the starting 11.
Oh, the starting 11. I thought you were talking about your bench.
No?
My bad. No, the starting 11. Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah,
that's probably what we're getting.
The bench is where I'm starting to get. I did the count. I started to move players down and leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 there now, but I've got Scar, Brunt, and Cleworth there, and I feel like I'm going to move one of those guys out of there.
I think Scar goes out. Yeah.
Okay, so let's take Scar. So who plays in the middle if Cody gets injured?
Okay, so either or Brunt or Cleworth can go in for Cody.
Into the middle, you think? Or Hyam might go into the middle,
or you could move Hyam and bring Max out to the right, or whichever. Yeah.
So then I've got one more. The rest of the bench there, you happy with the rest of that bench, and we can bring one more in?
I'm happy with that, and I think you probably bring.
Yeah,
it's probably McLean.
A defensive style.
Probably McLean. I also maybe Ashfield. It'll be interesting once everybody's fit to see what he does, because McLean may end up not making some bitches.
Am I going to contradict myself here if I say I was thinking it's going to be McLean or Lee as over Ashfield, even though I'm a massive Ashfield fan.
Could be.
The other thing is, I think if Thomason is fit, I think he's the other bench.
Yeah, it's probably him. That's what I'm saying. It'll be interesting when everybody else is fit. And you think if Windass is fit, if he's not starting, he's definitely on the pitch.
That's right.
Bench, you know what I mean? So there's.
Well, hang on. I've got Windass down there. Holy dooly. Okay, so let's say Thomason and Windass are fit. So Windass definitely would have to make the bench. So if Broadhead's on, or vice versa. We happy with that?
You would probably drop either Brunt or Cleworth. I think you'd only keep one defender, one center back on the bench.
Probably going to be Max, isn't it?
Probably.
I mean, I'm a massive
Like,
Brunt
the only difference would be I don't know how Max would handle the left side. So maybe I don't, you know what I mean? Because we've not ever seen Max really play on the left. I don't think.
Brunt more versatile, you think?
So maybe Brunt's more versatile, but that's a tough call, man. It's a tough call.
Isn't this great?
Absolute tough call.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's good problems to have, though. Good problems to have.
Great problems to have. So, I mean, and these people are just going on hashtag saying that Barney would drop off in that instance. Interesting. It's really interesting. I mean,
that's a shout too. You could drop Barney off, and boy, I don't know. Would you leave? No, I don't know. Would you though? I don't think you would. I don't think you drop Barney. You could, because you could argue that Longman could go in for both, but what if you get an injury and then you need? I disagree. See, Elizabeth Jones says you don't need Longman and Barnett on the bench. I think you do, because he likes to change his wing backs.
Well, the guys that should be running close to the most will be Kakache, O'Brien, Dobson, and Kabore.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. So both Kakache and Kabore covering a lot of kilometres means that if you've got Barney and Longman, you can bring on fresh legs. And I tell you what has become so clear is the fact that your squad, the team that's on the pitch at any given time, has to be able to play at a high pace.
Yep.
Because otherwise the other team tears you apart.
Mm-hmm.
So you need those guys to cover a lot of positions, and that could be where Brunt comes into it from a defensive point of view. Barnett, like Windass. I mean, he's shown Hardy Smith coming on at the front for Moore and Broadhead, or Moore and Windass.
McLean's not on the bench, Elizabeth.
Yep.
McLean's out. Yeah.
I'm gonna have some fun here now, Aaron, and I'm gonna bring on a second string 11. So I need. Where's Max? Max is here. Who's in the middle for us at the back? Second string.
Scar.
Of course. Scar. Yeah, of course. Scar. Then we take Sheaf off. We bring Matty James on. We take O'Brien off. And we bring on. Well, we haven't got Thomason on the pitch. Let's bring Thomason on. That's fair. Dobson off at the moment. He's a starter. You could bring I can bring Thomason on this side. I can bring Elliot Lee on that side.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
So Kabore comes off, and you bring on. Well, I can bring on Barnett on that side. I can take Kakache off here and bring Longman on here. And then I can bring on Hardy and Smith and take off Moore and Broadhead. And I haven't even used Windass yet.
I know.
So I can bring on Windass.
This is where I think, like, once everybody's fit, it feels like the box midfield makes the most sense.
Okay, so let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's go to a starting lineup box midfield. Best team.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Sheaf. I think our best 11 is Sheaf and O'Brien as the two holders.
Yep. So
two midfielders.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
Yep. Barnett comes off. Kakache on. Longman comes off. Kabore comes on. And then you
drop Thomason goes.
Thomason goes. Windass and
Broadhead.
And Moore.
And then Moore. Yeah. And I think that's your best 11.
This is an insanely strong starting lineup. Look at that, people. Look at that. I think, Aaron, we've just got us promoted, haven't we?
Yeah, let's go.
We've done it.
There you go.
Guys,
done and dusted.
Thanks for that. We're in the Prem next year.
Yep. We'll see you guys in the Prem. Oh, shoot. No, it'll be interesting if he does it. Yeah, I mean, he's not done it, but I think injuries have had something to do with that. But you always thought if you're bringing in Windass and Broadhead, both of those players you're expecting to play. And
John
it doesn't make sense to play them. Let's see. John Elmer says Heim doesn't have the pace. I mean, I think that's baloney. I don't know where you're hearing
that did not miss 1 minute in the championship last year, and
he played every minute, and he hasn't missed a minute this season either.
Not a minute.
I think that's
just.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a fast, pacey center back. I'm just saying I don't think he's gonna play. And I don't think they brought Connor Cody in to sit the bench.
No. And
so
you know who the happiest guy is right now, in my opinion? Okonkwo. Look at who he's got in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are going to be like a brick wall.
Yeah.
I really do think that. And that is a Parkyism at its best. He just wants. Yeah.
Let's see. John Elmer's throwing stuff in there, and I'm going to double check.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure that when they played a 3, but mostly he's played in a 2. So it's kind of a different, it's not the same. Mostly he's been playing in the back 2. I don't see who we talking. I'm not even sure who Ricky's talking about. But yeah, Hyam, I think he plays on the right hand side. I mean, that's his best side. He's right-footed. He's right-footed center back. He could play in the middle. I just don't think Cody comes out. You could be right. You never know. I just don't see Cody coming out.
I don't. Yeah, and Ricky Quinlan saying Doyle isn't fast either. Doyle's plenty quick enough, in my opinion. And I'll tell you, that guy has one of the best football brains I've seen. Yeah. He sees things that people don't see, which is, when you sit back and analyze what he's doing.
John Elmer, I think you're miles off it. He played in the back 4 as one of the center backs, but can't play as a right center back. I don't see how that's.
This is the fun of being a fan. You're allowed to have.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion. I just don't.
We're good with that.
Yeah, I mean,
just that we got control of the buttons, Aaron, so we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Right now, we can make ourselves look great. We know everything.
That's right. Know it all. No, I just don't. Yeah, I just disagree with that. That's all.
Quinn arguing Longman over Mac all day. 100%. I'm with you on that, Ricky, which is why when I did if you go back and look at the original graphic, I had Kakache, a Gap, and McLean, because I had Kabore, Barnett, and Longman on the right, and I was going to move Longman over to the left behind. Oh my God, just having my mental breakdown now. Left wing back, Kakache, behind Kakache. Yeah. So I think that is, like the makeup of our squad now. There's backup in every position, which we didn't have 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And if you had said to me the strength of our squad in the championship, where last year, the day we got promoted, if you said to me that our squad strength in the championship was going to look this good come the end of the transfer window, I would have said, thank you very much. Take my money. I'm out. Let's go. I don't care if we hadn't won a game, And I think that is fantastic, So I think we have, and Free Pug Show, Longman can be first backup for either side. You are 100% right. So, I mean, that will depend in terms of what Parky wants on the bench for the team we're playing on any given day. I think that's
exactly. I agree.
The makeup of the nine.
Depends on the game, who we playing, how much he thinks we're gonna have the ball. You know what I mean? How attacking are we going? How much? Yeah, I mean, there's just so many variables that go into your team selection. And
Elizabeth Jones doesn't like what I've said there. Doesn't like Kennison picking the team instead of Parky. Macca will be playing or on the bench at least, guaranteed. There are no guarantees in life, Elizabeth Jones.
No, there's not.
Not. And don't get me wrong, Macca is unbelievable and he's a mainstay. And I think,
I think he makes the bench most weeks, but I think there'll be weeks.
Agree.
I think there's weeks where he won't.
He's a great one to be squeezed into the 9 bench players, because if you're trying to shut a game down, he's a guy that Parky likes to go to. If you're chasing a game, Macca's not your guy.
No.
Macca's not your guy. So it's going to be fantastic. Actually, the other game that I'm really excited about now is our next Carabao Cup game, just to see the starting 11. And, I'm really excited for Burton, knowing that he's going to – I mean, super bad luck for Danny Ward, and I'm super disappointed about that. But I'm super excited to see Burton get a start, which I almost certainly will. And then he's still going to have – last year in those games, we were putting on almost like an experimental side, in those cup games. Now we're putting on a side of players that are championship quality, fighting for position in our starting 11.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me they're not going to come out and just absolutely try and show what they're worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Elizabeth Jones, yes, we will be playing against Marriott. Exactly.
It'll be interesting to see if they're gonna, how often he's gonna play for them.
And it's funny. That was my first thought, Aaron, when I saw O'Connell released by mutual consent, was I hope Reading signs him so we get to see him play. We get to play against him. I thought that'd be awesome.
Well, the rumor was Wickham.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing that I'm not. So there's a rule, and I don't 100% understand it. So maybe somebody in the chat knows it better than I do. So if I think the way it goes is if you're not a free agent by the time the window closes, you can't sign for another team in the EFL, I think. So I'm curious as to when they released him, O'Connell.
Good question. I don't know the rule
because
either.
I don't know I don't know how that works. I've heard that before, and I remember hearing it last season too, because I remember it was an issue.
Well,
It'll be interesting to see. And I mean, because there's always a chance like O'Connell ends up in Scotland. So, and that wouldn't surprise me one bit. I could see him playing this Seaman Scottish Premiership, but we'll see. I'm not sure.
Here we go, John Elmer. Were we surprised by him being released? I wasn't.
No, I wasn't at all. I went to I was going to type in the Discord. I was getting ready to type in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they release O'Connell when I saw that he was out of the. And then, like, when I went in, because I was sitting there thinking about it, and then when I went into the Discord, somebody had just posted where they released him, and I'm like, oh well, here you go.
Yep. Jeff G, folks, remember when the team came back from down under, and we were going, where are all the signings, I'd say. Yeah. That was interesting because, and there's been comments about the fact that apparently there was a a lot of concern how badly we played down here, which is why we've gone so hard in the transfer window. I think we were always going to go hard in this transfer window. I think that, unfortunately, for some players on the tour down under, it just cemented the fact that they were going to be.
I'll tell you what was interesting. It was interesting if you read the piece that Rich Sutcliffe did in the Athletic. He wrote that they had kind of decided that they weren't going to go crazy. And then when they went on the Australian tour, it kind of opened some eyes, and they're like, maybe we need to change our plan here. It was kind of what I got out of it. So I think that's why they went so hard, once they've gotten back and really, really have gone for it. And I mean, I don't think they're expecting promotion this season or anything like that, but I think they definitely decided, yeah, we're going to make a change and we're going to spend some money because we got to.
We can't win the league now, Aaron. Something's wrong.
I'm not putting that pressure on.
Clip that up and post that out there somewhere, people.
You know what's bad? Here's the problem. We just spent $35 million in this window, but I guarantee you somebody, one of those top 3 teams have paid that much for one of the players on their team. So it's because they were in the Prem last season. I guarantee you they spent some money for some of those guys.
Yep.
So yeah, there's still a lot of money out there.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So I think that it's quite interesting, but does it change my position on where I think we'll finish this season? Well, I think I had us down for 7th. And I'm going to stand
I had
by
us at 8th. I had us at 8th. I still think that still works.
Yeah. So I'm happy with. So you and I are basically identical. We're, I think I'd still be. I'd love for us to sneak into the playoffs. Oh my God, what an amazing result that would be for the season, in my opinion. Yeah. I guarantee the players are thinking it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Like,
for sure.
Yeah. I know Steve Barton will be thinking it. He thinks we're going to go on a tear before Christmas. He must have known something. He must have known we were going to sign all these players.
Well, I always thought we'd sign some big ones right at the end of the window. I thought we'd get a couple. But my initial thought was going in, I thought we'd do about 8. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I thought about 8 made sense. It was a good, you know what I mean? You're not turning over the whole squad, just a little continuity. And you just consolidate and see where we end up. Yeah. And then you build on that the next year.
John's on it today saying this window kept us out of the relegation fight. I never thought we were in the relegation fight. I thought at very worst we were going to be about 15th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I think we're definitely above that. And Free Pug Show, I'm with you. I want to be in the fight for a playoff spot. I tell you what, I did the math. I was mathing the math the other day. Sheffield Wednesday got 92 points last season. Sheffield United, sorry.
United, yeah.
Because Sheffield United got 92 points last season out of a possible 144 points. Yeah. Now, there's 12 points already gone. Sorry, 16. Yeah, 12 points already gone. So there's a possible 132 points left. How many points is Sheffield United going to end up on this season? There's a good guess for you. Try and math that one, people. Take a stab at that. How many points you think they'll get this season? Because I don't think they're getting relegated. So they've just got to get going.
They'll get going.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of how many points they're going to get. They got 92 last season.
Yeah.
Is this season's championship stronger than last season's championship?
I actually don't think it is. I think it's I think you had teams like Leeds and Burnley that were just miles above everybody. And then of course Sheffield United were better last season for sure.
Matt's already corrected my math. I love that, Matt. So thanks for helping me out, Matt. So that means there's 126 points left in total that they can get. So they weren't going to have a couple more. And the irony of that is their first game back out of the break.
Yeah, Ipswich.
Away away to Ipswich. You've lost 4 on the bounce, go into the international break, and you've got to come back and go away to Ipswich.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's tough.
It's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Yeah, we'll see how it works out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with them. It's a strange situation, to be honest. I don't know how patient they'll be with their manager. I don't know how patient the fans will be with the manager. But that seems like a long. I think they got a lot of work to do.
It's the early game. It's the first game back out of the international break. I'm pretty confident Paddy will probably be. Can't guarantee it. I'm throwing him under the bus here. I'm pretty confident he'll probably do the watch along for that. I'll definitely, because that's 5 a.m. for me, I'll definitely get up and turn that on to watch that, because that'll be a really interesting game.
Yeah,
I think. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be so pumped for our next game. You think about it. We just got all these players. We're at home against QPR, and it's just going to be the Stoke KRAS is going to be pumping. And some of these new players are going to come out on the pitch and get the sensation of what is not a massive crowd, but is probably one of the loudest supporters in the league.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm pretty excited for QPR. I just want to see all our new players. I want to see all our new toys.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like
kid at Christmas. You're a kid at Christmas.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I'm ready for.
We've been going for an hour. I think we've covered most of it. Is there anything else you want to cover today, Aaron?
No, there wasn't really much else. Nothing I can think of. Anything else, chat, you want us to talk about?
Yeah, is there anything else? We've got a few minutes. If you've got any questions you'd like to ask, throw them up there.
Yeah, throw them out there.
Yeah.
There we go. Actually, we'll start that. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
If everyone is registered and healthy, I guess. So if they're all, so I'm basically what you're saying is if they're all healthy, who am I most looking forward to seeing? That's a really good question. Sheath for me, because it's so pivotal to what happens around the rest of the players. The impact he can have on the players around him, I think, is the biggest of any of the players coming in. So that's why I say Sheath.
I'm gonna say Kabore. Just because he's ridiculous fast. I want to see him run. I just want to see him. I want to see him. There we go. Steve legend.
Welcome. Yeah. $50. Thank you. Well, Steve, we just asked that question of anything that you'd like to know. So I'll let you put a question in there, giving us a $50 super chat. So
here's a good one. I started earlier. We didn't get to. Question from Matt White. How long do we think it'll take for all these new guys to gel?
3 games.
I was going to say a month. Give them a month.
Well, and the only reason I say only 3 games.
Yeah.
The only reason I say only 3 games is because they've got the next 9 days with no pressure of just going through stuff.
The problem is a lot of them are out on freaking international duty.
Yeah.
Or a handful of them are anyhow.
Good point. Yep.
But yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah, I mean we'll see. It'll be
let's
be okay.
quickly do a couple of others. How do you think we'll perform in the Carabao Cup? I think we'll beat Reading, and then I hope we draw an absolute banger.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see what else we got.
You think Kone starts for QPR? Hope so.
Yeah, he will. He will, unless he's injured or something that I don't know of.
Hip Karma wants to see Thomason. I'm really excited to see Thomason too.
Mm-hmm.
Where can we watch Scotland and Higham? Well, in Australia, that's on Stan Sport. I don't know where you are, Jeff G.
Yeah. Let me check that.
What country are you in? Are you America? Kabore is going to make us even more of a threat. No question, though.
Sure.
10 matches says Habisification. Have we mentioned? Yes, he did, Steve. He scored in the 24th minute. I was really nervous because they were playing on an artificial pitch in Kazakhstan, but he's come through unscathed, so I'm super happy about that. That's fantastic. Actually, this is probably, John, I know I'm getting you up here a fair bit, but I'm bringing you back up because I love this question. Can you ask our friend John Merrill, do we beat the Blues in a few weeks at home? I have a feeling we're going to finish above Birmingham on the ladder this season.
Ooh.
I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Birmingham's gonna be pretty good. I'm still happy with where I put them. I think I had them at 5th, and I think that's probably about
Well,
right.
remember where I put them?
I know you put them on top of the league.
On top of the league. So now I'm deeming their season's going to be a failure because they're not going to finish first.
Trying to figure out where Scotland played for, or where we can watch Scotland at.
Haversvacation. I want to get a Premier League club just so we can prove a point that we are not messing around in the EFL Cup. I think, can you imagine, okay, you draw Man City, Man U, Liverpool, Everton, Chelsea, whoever. And, well, you won't draw. Actually, I take that back. You can't draw Man U. They're not even in it anymore. But the interesting thing for me with that would be when you know who you've drawn, all the players will be going, coach, I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And what team we would put out against a Prem team.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a schedule for the shows? Every day.
Yeah, there's stuff every day. This show's every Thursday.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday night, generally. That's when we do our footy tips.
Footy tips next week, back. Yep.
And then obviously you get the full slate of stuff on game day. You get the pre-match. You build up, and then of course Josh does the watch-alongs, and then Patty usually throws in a championship watch-along at some point during the weekend.
Yep.
Sundays we've got the what's the Ring and Rant? You got Ring and Rant with Ken,
Ring and Rant, and then Champ Chat,
after that. So yeah,
daily catch-ups with Josh. It's just never ending.
Yeah,
never ending. This just why wouldn't you subscribe, and become a member?
Yeah, exactly.
As Russell Crowe would say, are you not entertained?
There you go. Jeff G's in Canada.
10 more memberships. If you get one, make sure you thank him for that. John M just got a membership. That's great. Because we know he's our favourite Wrexham fan, John Merrill. I think he's definitely, I think he's a closet Wrexham guy.
See, there we go.
Josh.
Never heard of her. No. Yeah, Nick. Nick, it's on Fubo. In the US, it's on Fubo, Amazon Prime. There's a few other VIX, Tubi. Yeah, there's a few. It's on. You don't have to do the VPN if you don't want to.
So good. So much football now, and it's and how good are we going to go is really what's, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch these players come into the squad. I'm excited to watch them gel. I'm excited to see how much more threatening this Wrexham team can be now. I'm super grateful for, the Ollie Palmers, the Paul Mullins, the Elliot Lees, the guys, Jordan Davies, the guys that got us out of the National League. Fantastic, Yeah, you said it, capital clarity. And, and these guys, and they'll always be remembered as that squad that got us out of the National League back into the EFL. And then I actually listened to an interesting thing the other day, and it said basically that we had, and we always have we were buying players 2 leagues above. And when we were playing in said league to get promoted, we can't do that anymore.
No, it's just the financials of it just doesn't.
There's only one more league above us.
Right. Well, and the thing is, you can't even buy, you can't buy a high, a really solid Prim player to come down and play in the, in the championship, because it's just the money is just it's a whole different. It's so different. It's just not possible.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I did hear from him the other day.
Oh, did you?
He picked up. He's been out since that show. He's been out on 3 dates off that Tinder site.
There you go.
So good luck to him. Good luck to him. So yeah, Cannon, Lee, Barney. That's right. Yeah, it is literally down to 4 players that were in the National League team with us. So Cleworth, Cannon, Lee, and Barney. And Cannon, I still think possibly is going to have a role to play for us. Maybe Lee is obviously still having a role to play for us, but Cleworth and Barney are absolutely still doing a job and are showing that they're championship level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have they got more ceiling in them? I think both those players do.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, wow. Let's get into it. Mate, that's been a great show. Thanks for coming in. Got the daughter home from practice, obviously.
Yeah, they ran. That's why I was late today. They were running a little bit late. They must have got in trouble or something. Coach was getting after them. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sarah's missed most of the show. Sarah, when you get a chance, go back and watch from the start. Victor had some great insight at the beginning. And basically, Aaron and I decided he was too smart. We had to get rid of him. He was making us look stupid.
Kicked him out. Had to get him out of here, making us look dumb.
And it's not that hard to do.
No, we do a pretty good job of doing that ourselves. We don't need Victor to do it for us.
Yeah. So let's see how this season goes. 9 days till our next game, people. Enjoy the international break. Can't wait. And yeah, any last words from you, Aaron?
Last words. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Josh Anthony, never heard of her.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Well, guys, another 5. Here we go. Late $5 from Steve. We need an address and shirt size for John to offset Ken's clandestine blues worship. I agree, Steve Barton. We have to get him a Wrexham kit, and we have to make him. We have to come up with some sort of bet. I don't know whether I'm willing to take the bet that we'll beat Birmingham in the championship this season. I think that might be a bridge too far. I just threw it out there. We'll come up with something else. So yeah, and it started out the show. Ed Walker, new member.
Speak of the devil.
Never heard of her. Yep. $50 super chat from Steve Barton. Gave away 10 memberships, but people, if you got them, make sure you thank Steve. And then to finish it off, yes, we do have to get John a Wrexham shirt. So, guys, look forward to the next shows. You'll get another daily news show tomorrow, no doubt. There'll be stuff that we'll be catching up on. It is coming thick and fast. Next week, got Ring and Rant. We might talk about the signings in Ring and Rant this time. Champ Chat, I'm sure you guys will be talking about all the signings and upcoming, and hopefully how great our players went on international duty. And then we get into next week. So, guys, it's coming around quick. So, on that bombshell, I think we'll see you all again soon.
Bye, everybody.